Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
Doctor, today's topic is going to be premature ejaculation. A lot of people have asked for the same. They have just given the title and asked you to explain about it, and is there a remedy is what they have asked. Please explain, doctor.
Yeah, there are two problems always you find as far as the potency is concerned. Okay, the sexual potency is concerned for a male. Oh, this is one is erectile dysfunction. The other one is premature ejaculation. So what happens here is body is a very beautiful machine. Once you cross over your adolescent period, you become an adult, your foolproof system of all the mechanisms are in place for evolutionary process to produce the offspring, to keep the humanity going. Okay, this is clear, right? Yes. Now, what happens inside? The king of the endocrine organ is pituitary. So this guy is very tricky. He's a master of everything. Pituitary produced testosterone, and testosterone is produced and thrown in the blood, and it will come to your testicles. Testicles receive testosterone from the blood, and then they produce sperms. Okay, there's a sperm sac which will get filling up. So once certain amount of sperms are produced, now what happens is, this cannot be explained in science. There is a chemistry happening inside. So there are signals. The entire human body with 100 trillion cells, they all work inside with signaling systems. So there's a signaling system. Once the sperm is more than half a bag is full and it is keep on producing, the signal goes to the brain and it will influence your sexual thoughts, right? Because the sperm has to come out. You got the point? Yeah. No. So because of that, you get into that sexual euphoric mood or whatever it is, and the so-called attraction towards the opposite sex plays a role, and then your erection starts. So erection is nothing other than when you sexually aroused in a male. What happens is the mechanism. The sexual there are certain sexual glands. We'll not go deep into it. They secrete gonads and all that. So there's a blood circuit which gets opened up, and the blood rushes so that the erection comes. A soft organ becomes like a hard bone like stuff, right? Yeah. So that's how the whole system functions. Now that blood flow is enormous. So you have so much of blood vessels in the genital organ which has to take the pressure. This you understand? Yes, sir. Now, where exactly the erectile dysfunction comes, we will go to the premature ejaculation after this. Comes is, say suppose you are, I'm just telling you for example, for various reasons, hypertension medicines, blood pressure medicines. Then you have your general weakness, food nutrition is not good. Then you have your diabetic medicines. Then so many other cardiovascular system medicines. All these things come into, on a daily basis, you're going to take these drugs for, keeping your physical harmony. Then what happens here, these are all number of reasons. The blood vessels, there are three layers, right? There are three sleeves. In every blood vessel, there are three sleeves, the inner, middle, and outer. They have their own various functions. When they become weak, after all, it's a pipe where the blood has to constantly keep flowing. Blood cannot stop in the blood vessel, right? Yes. When it stops, it gets clot. That means thrombosis. Then you get into swelling, pain, all that kind of thing. Okay. So blood has to keep flowing. When these pipes become weak, what happens? Immediately pituitary understands. And he will taper down. He will start slowing down in testosterone production. Why? Because he does not want the testicles to produce sperms anymore. They will be very slow. So even if you are sexually aroused, there are systems which doesn't function inside so that the erection doesn't come. Why? Because he is protecting you. If the blood flow is going to come, the pipe may break, the blood vessels. You may get into hemorrhage. Because heart also has to support for this. Okay, your cardiovascular system is on the lower side, then this is what happens. You understand this much? Okay, right.
But if anybody is not having any medicines, I mean these.
Even general weakness, your food and nutrition is not all right.
Like what kind of, so people want to know very clearly what will cause all these problems. If they are not taking medicine, what are the other causes?
Other see psychosomatic disorders, these are all psychosomatic disorders, okay? Even your mind plays a lot of role. You go to biology of belief. What is your thinking, which matters? And then your horoscope plays an important role. Your planetary effects. Your spinal cord plays a role here. Okay? If Venus is very weak after a certain stage, then all these things happen. The vital cosmic waves to the body for all these systems may not be received properly. Yeah, you have no choice there. So now automatically, if your Mars is very weak, your cardiovascular system is going to slow down. Your blood vessels lose its flexibility.
So if your Venus or your Mars is very weak, what is the alternative? How can we strengthen it?
You cannot do. You cannot do.
That's a sad news.
Well, it is not a sad news or this thing. This thing happens in many people. There are methodologies with which you can rebuild yourself.
Okay.
That we cannot discuss in this program. Those who want it can come to us. We will try to teach them. This is one. So this premature ejaculation is another crazy problem, which where the female counterpart will be affected. Counterpart.
Yeah.
So you will not be able to perform. Within no time you release your sperm, so then the erection goes down. So this premature ejaculation is highly psychological. And it is also physiological, more so psychological. You don't have the strength. The sheer fear, some kind of a fear that I may not be able to perform to satisfy my partner, itself leads to this. If it may happen once or twice. When it happens once or twice, it keeps ringing your brain in your thinking line whenever you approach your counterpart for it, and that keeps coming. Okay, then you start fearing it. So there it becomes more psychological.
When you keep on thinking about it, you say it can happen again and again.
Yeah. Another thing is general weakness of certain elements for a longer duration is also one of the reasons. Premature ejaculation can be recorrected. You have mechanisms for it. If people have it, they can approach us, and we will be able to show them the direction what to do. That's absolutely not a problem. These are the things what is the answer for all these things. Okay?
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.